Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Got it in the middle, it's Barnes. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up 4th.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. You just can't take a play off. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Hurt Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense at Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his...
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll run play action. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Here's a heat. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Looking for a crease. It's up. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. With the catch, it's Gibson. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion, whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. Breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Got it in the middle. It's Brown. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Brought down at the 14-yard line. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He'll keep it himself. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 82 yards, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they hit. Fires into traffic, picked off. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
So guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Van Buren. Got a man, it's Anderson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. LSU now operating in the red zone. Back to pass on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Sharp. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
LSU lining up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Sharp. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
Well, he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead, the offense is out there on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Running back searching for a hole. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Catch is made at the 15. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Van Buren. Gets open down the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have working the middle of the field.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Here's the return. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Barnes. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. He'll pull it on the read. Past the first down marker and still running.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Oh, what a cut! Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
The Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. The Sooners come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Trying play action. Here's the pressure. Jukes his way for more. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
That's the danger as a defense when you blitz this guy on third down. If you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his scrambling ability can hurt you, and that's exactly what happened. He saw open field, he took off, and he was able to go get the first down.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Firing to the right, complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. He's got him still on his feet. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Burks. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And this one is perfect. That'll pull them back to within 6. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Pulls it in, it's Brown. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a 1st down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Just keep slinging it. Oh, they're after him. Grabbed in the middle. It's Dura. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Stop me when you've heard this before. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. Just continuing to put 1st downs together. So far, this defense, I just can't find any answers.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his man. It's Thomas. Man, you got to get hats around this dude. He finds the crease. He's down to the 27.
Brought down at the 27-yard line. Brings up second down.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. Finds his tight end. They make the tackle at the 22. Will give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a first down.
A nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with this target.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Between the uprights, it's good.
That makes the score LSU 12, Oklahoma 3.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. To the air, it's Mateer. Makes the grab.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
And the Sooners can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires to the tight end.
That was a nice grab by the tight end. Didn't get many yards, wasn't real open, but at least make the catch, at least get a little positivity on the play.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. They'll go with a direct snap. Got the 1st down and more. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Rushes on him. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. 4th down coming. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier? Get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Wants to go up top on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Sharp. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Snagged in the middle, it's Anderson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Scanning the field, it's Van Buren. Right down the middle. Finds the big tight end. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half.
Good enough for first down.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So now on comes the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
LSU 18, Oklahoma 3.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Game of 11.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Dropping back, it's Van Buren. That's caught. It's Sharp. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
He'll keep it himself. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. And if he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Durham. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on! They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He'll pull it on the read. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long, but players like that getting after him.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Sooner offense returns to the field. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
That's caught. It's Gibson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Looking down the middle. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And the Sooners send out the punt unit. Makes the catch at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Under fire. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. First down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finds his man. It's Zategna. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
They're dealing with a second and long. Power football with the run. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
To the air. It's Mateer. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Rides to back and leaves it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
They just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Loss of
You got to know when to give up the play. You could tell he was out of whack, out of sorts. He's had some success rushing the football today, but nowhere to go. But at the end of the play, give it up. Don't sit there and take those extra hits. Those aren't necessary. Slide on the ground. You're not getting any positive yards anyway. Save those physical hits for those third down and shorts, fourth down and shorts, red zone opportunities.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. With these last two plays, they've just taken this drive and thrown it right into the fire. Can they snatch it out on 3rd and goal? Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners! PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. How about this strong safety here, just trusting his gut and going and making a play on the quarterback?
And you can't coach that. A lot of times people see things or they don't and understand, I can go get him right now. I can understand the situation. There's all kinds of guys throughout history that just have a great feel. He had a great feel on that play, went to the quarterback, got the sack.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Van Buren. Gets it out quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. On the run, it's Barnes. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Burks. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And this passing game has him calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different cast of characters, but one thing they always have, offensive success.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Mateer. Here comes the heat. He's going to... Oh, he's got some space. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. So 1st down will open up the final period. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Gibson. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a 1st down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Catch in the middle, it's Gibson. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Motion from the back. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He got it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the 1st down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the 1st down.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
They got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. And down he goes, and down goes for the moment. The chance to tie the game here in the 4th.
That keeps the score. LSU 18, Oklahoma 16.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Grabbed behind the line. It's Durham. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Using his legs, it's Durham. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script, almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on that.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Gibson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
The Sooners lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Surging forward on the sneak. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And David, on third and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And how about the confidence of this quarterback? Palmer, I got to know, man. I know this receiver's a stud, but I'm putting 2 guys on him. I'm trying to take him out of the ball game, and he's still going to throw it that direction?
Because even when he's covered, he's open. And these guys work tirelessly all week long. They understand where they're going to be. They understand when the football's coming out. You could put a 3rd guy over there, and I don't know if that would have changed the quarterback's decision. I think he was still going to his big playmaker on the perimeter.
So now it's 2nd and long. Got it behind the line. It's Gibson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Sooners line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And after the incompletion, I know there's a big urge right now to just go for it, right? It's 4th and short. We can seize this thing. I think you just got to do the smart thing. You need a field goal. You're only trailing by a bit. Do the smart thing. Take the point. Still a lot of football to go.
A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. Going right down the boulevard. They have taken the lead here in the 4th.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll run it from the gun. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. The Sooner fans booming, a cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Here's a heat. On the move, he fires. A strike downfield. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the 1st down.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the 1st down.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. The give out of the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the run, now to throw. Got his man down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And this offense has got to pick their spots, right? Like, you got to use the sideline if you can, get the big plays and get the 1st downs. Be very smart here down the stretch of this game, maximizing yards, but maximizing time.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, and this defense trying to make sure they stay on top.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, man. That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy, so we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. to throw. It's Van Buren. Got his man. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run it from the gun. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Got enough for the first. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. The give on the option. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
And as a defense, you're playing so aggressive, just trying to get downhill. And how about the running back runs it and gets a little bit to the right. So now they're on the right hash, and maybe the kicker likes it from that area, but this offense doing everything they can to set up for the game-winning field goal.
He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. 3 for 3 so far, and a fourth would win it. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Dead center perfect. They have grabbed the lead in the waning seconds of the game, and they are so close to victory.
You can't say enough about this kid's poise. You're playing on the road. The crowd's going crazy, willing you to miss this kick, but he stayed dialed in, puts it through the upright, David, to give his team the lead here late.
It's crazy because it's nerve-wracking. You put your body on the line for so long, and then it comes down to a kick. And he has to be clutch in a hostile environment, and he comes through for his squad.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. He's taking the deep shot. It's incomplete. A last gasp effort, and the defense finds a way to survive it. You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all-timers.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go with, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah, they showed up in the biggest moment. You got to give these players a ton of credit. They may not be as talented as their opponent, but this was a game and an opportunity